channel, fool. Thanks for tapping in. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe for videos like this. That's definitely getting a 5-star on Yelp.
Psalm 82, verse 5. They go on in darkness, knowing nothing. Did I not tell you that ye are gods? Yet you shall die like men and princes. G-O-D is not somebody's name, but somebody's nature. G-O-D, generator, operator, destroyer, is the codex inscriptus of these three letters. The brain is the generator of electricity and power. The soul is the operator of self that navigates, propels you through your life on this plane and the next. The destroyer factor is found in the sacral vertebrae, where the upcoming kundalini, Sanskrit term for cosmic fire, and the coils that hook you up, that allows you to obtain everlasting life. That's what you're trying to do, is acquire those three states of consciousness. You're trying to raise up something inside that makes you everlasting.
What color were they?
Like green, gray.
And describe this. What is this? And what are these?
These are, they look like ears, but they have they look like antenna, like light.
And large eyes?
Large eyes, a lot of teeth.
No nose?
No nose, no.
Describe this if you can.
You know, this is what I saw. The light was beside him.
Yeah.
I've tried to make the skin color. The skin tone had. One of the legs, they look bent.
And they just caught Yoda. Is that black magic?
When you say the Bible, gang, the Bible came with Anunnaki tablets. That's not right? True. I swear to God on my life, you can look it up, they wrote it. When they found it came from Shakespeare. Shakespeare got it. King James, a killer murderer. You keep on pointing to that Bible came with Anunnaki tablets. I swear to God, it's tablets, gang. And they changed the words, gang. This the truth. Nothing I'm saying is a lie. Nothing I'm saying is fabricated. The same tablets created every book. So I'm saying, you got the right thing, bro, you right. But go deeper. Go deeper into that water. We don't all come out the same, we come out crazy. Listen.
And they'll do anything to hide the truth.
Oh my God.
And she needs some milk.
1, 2, 3. With both fingers. Perfect. Can you see the shadow? The shadow of your hands, of my hands? Can you see the shadow? Okay, when I say 1, 2, 3, take your hands away. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, hell, dude. I think they're doing, first of all, one, we may be faking a UFO situation for reasons that I don't understand. My belief is very shortly before you get the ability to traverse the cosmos, if that is possible, you let off a nuke. Right? It's like, you know, you've had kids. There's some stuff that happens right before they figure out how to break out of the crib thing. I am a fan of something I call the doubly scientific method. The usual scientific method makes a hidden assumption that it never voices, which is if we're going to study orcas, we assume that we are smarter than orcas. Or if we're going to study cephalopods, right, like an octopus, we think we're smarter. And what do? We disguise ourselves. We create artificial environments. We do all sorts of crazy things based on the fact that we're smarter than what we study, from everything from rocks to orcas. The doubly scientific method says, okay, assume that you're studying a rat in a maze, but you yourself are the rat in somebody else's maze. Now you have to look up the intelligence scale, not just down. And in the doubly scientific method, you have to assume that whatever is studying you is hiding from you the way you are hiding from your subjects.
Valid point.
置物です。ペンペンペンペンペンペン。
There's a basic New World Order and Illuminati, if you will, which is primarily run by the Rothschild family. The Rothschilds financed Stalin and the takeover of Russia, the Bolshevik Revolution 1917. They have financed the French Revolution. They financed World War II. They financed Hitler, and they were financing the U.S. So they believe in order out of chaos. You fund both sides of a war, and whichever side wins, you got their vote. Because you're their paymaster. You've given them their money. You control their financial supply, which means you can control the government. Okay? And you profit no matter what. Right. And also what happens is that the war stimulates the economy, so you get much more infrastructure and much more buildings coming out of it. That's why, for example, Ford Motor Company was building tank plants in Germany, which is why Hitler's Wehrmacht had the tanks. It was from Ford. When American bombers bombed Ford's tank plants in Germany, Ford personally repaid Hitler so he could rebuild the tank plants faster. Boeing actually was shipping, this has been documented, was shipping passenger airliners to South America, which were then sent to Africa, where they ripped the seats out and turned them into Hitler's bomber fleet. That was Boeing. These are American corporations. The whole idea of these big wars is a joke.
I just want to know why the meat is getting air like that. I just want to know why. Why is the meat getting so much air?
And nothing beat air seasoning.
The stunts and Kevin. Yeah, no, this is just the edge of it. Alright, there we go. Sorry about that. I am a man of my word. Wait.
There is a global experiment that's performed on 1.6 billion people across 70 countries twice a year, and it's called daylight savings time. Now, in the spring, when we lose an hour of sleep, we see a subsequent 24% increase in heart attacks.
What?
In the fall, in the autumn, when we gain an hour of sleep, there's a 21% decrease in heart attacks. So it's bidirectional. Wow. That's how fragile and vulnerable your body is to even just the smallest perturbation of sleep.
1 hour.
1 hour is
That's
all it takes.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Crazy, right?
This is only a test.
Right? Strike. Boom. Hadouken! That's the tappy tappy.
Bruce T, Snikey Chan, and Jason Bourbon all together.
係順嚟，把人尋生了，阿里克萨的面包黄，列巴苏鲁了马，难言。Damn.
Ooh, babe, do not get out this car. Do not get out this car. He is finna leave.
How do you tell people that this species, this race that we are all a part of, is a hybrid race? That we were genetically created by an extraterrestrial intelligence? How do you tell them that? Carefully. You look around and you tell them carefully, depending on where you are. Now, if you're in Baghdad talking to some Sunnis or Shia, you don't even bring the damn subject up. How do you tell them that every major religion on the planet has been initiated and orchestrated by extraterrestrial intelligence? How do you tell Christian fundamentalists that that lovely man from Galilee 2,000 years ago was a part of that program? You don't tell them that unless you've checked the exits and know how the hell you can run and get out of the house.
Okay,
you don't.
And who created the extraterrestrial intelligence?
This is not a drive-through. This is not a drive-through. I don't work here.
Yep.
And she's calling corporate.
I really can't make this right now. Oh my god. Look at this. Look at this. We're about to go live right now, guys. We're going live right now. Look at those devices. We all seen the files. We know exactly what it's doing along with the blue light. Look at it. Everything here is blue, guys. We're going live right now. We're going live right now.
If you know what the blue light means, leave a comment.
In the 1960s, there was a black man in Africa who came in with abilities complementary to those of Jesus. And he was performing miracles. He was starting to get people to listen to what he had to say. And the cabal tried to kill him, and, you know, they could shoot him in the head and his skull would just regenerate and the flesh would grow back, and he was fine. And, you know, so the crazy story that I heard, which, and remember, I was told at the time that if I disclosed this, that I would be killed. And I ended up putting it in the book anyway.
This is David Wilcox.
The story was that this guy, you know, they finally said, okay, we're going to bring you to the United Nations and share your message with the world. Let's get you on this flight. They bring him on this flight, and instead of bringing him to the United Nations, they shot him repeatedly, and then actually had some kind of meat grinder device, and basically like a bandsaw, I guess, and sawed up his body into a whole bunch of pieces, put him in these very like radioactive shielded containers, and then had all these fighter jets dock with the plane and fly his body parts to all corners of the world, where then these containers turned him into ash. And they thought that maybe this would defeat him, like that his body somehow, the tissue was necessary. So if they destroyed all the tissue in all these places across the world, maybe they could defeat him. Well, he then regenerated in their offices and was fully fine, fully intact. But the sad part is that he said, you know, you guys so badly do not want me to be here that I am not going to be able to do any more. You're going to get what you want, but bear in mind that in the future, many others like me will be coming, and when they do, you will not be able to stop us. Wow.
Why are you recording me? What? Why are you recording me? What? Why?
Move far. Whip.
Is not kite surfing, is cloud surfing.
I know my intentions and I would never hit somebody on purpose. They're going off of one angle. After a couple times hitting her, my baton got stuck behind her back like this and it rolled up her back. I lost my balance, and when I pumped my arms again, she got hit. They're assuming my character, calling me ghetto, racist slurs, death threats, all of this just because of a 9-second video. Everybody has feelings. So you're physically hurt, but you're not thinking of my mental, right?
So my ET parents are Zeta, so they're gray. And, you know, of course I have...
Why don't you have a big head and huge eyes?
Yeah, so my physical DNA is, I mean, human, which is, once again, this mix, this hybridization. We're an experiment. We're a hybrid experiment. But my soul is very much so connected to the Zetas and the Galactic Federation.
You're stealing, right to jail. You're playing music too loud, right to jail, right away. You're driving too fast, jail. Slow, jail. You're charging too high prices for sweaters, glasses, you right to jail. You undercook fish, believe it or not, jail. You overcook chicken, also jail. Undercook, overcook. You make an appointment with the dentist and you don't show up, believe it or not, jail, right away. We have the best patients in the world because of jail.
Believe it or not, we're right to jail.
I was not to blow it.
Too fast, too curious.
There ain't nothing down here real. Only thing down here is energy. And what you call a physical is nothing but an emanation of something someplace else. And in actuality, you are someplace inside of your head, dreaming outside, and this is the hologram that you're seeing, and you can't understand it. The white boy dealing with. They have studied your stuff, and after World War II, and by the 70s, they say, okay, we're going to give them all the other stuff, you know, science, you know, a little bit of mathematics, some grammar, some political science, some public relations, and all of this stuff you go to college for. We're going to be studying chaos physics, holographic universe, new physics, and all of that type of stuff. Three crosses at Calvary is a representation, it's a Christian copy of the damn 3 pyramids in the Giza Plateau. Ain't that some shit? Yes. Now, so the universe that you're looking at is a holographic universe that don't even exist. The universe that you're seeing out there is actually a reflection of the universe in your head. That out there is only a reflection, and these eyes are reflecting from inside out. You are not here, you are in there. But you're thinking that this is real. That's why you can't get on top of it. These are called emanations. They are being emanated, all of this is being emanated from a circle in the back called Dot, the black dot. Sirius B, which is in the back of your head. Satan, get behind me.
For my lord.
Good. Make sure you get my picture in there.
Yes.
Thank you. Then I'm going to sue your for taking my...
The average apple in a grocery store is over a year old.
Are you kidding me?
No, over a year old. We can make something look ripe. We could pick it green in Argentina, or even locally, and then throw a gas called ethylene oxide on it, and it'll look like it's ripe. There is no mold, there is no fungus, there are no bacteria. They are perfect. Now, if a mold or bacteria isn't interested in eating those things, why in the world would we put them in our mouth? Well, well, well.
It looks like a desk lamp, is cool to the touch, and appears to be doing nothing until it comes into contact with water. 92-year-old former Spitfire pilot Peter Davey claims his invention uses the power of sound to boil water.
DSIR, they're the devil how it works. Nobody really knows how it works.
Davey believes high-frequency sonic vibrations emitted from within the silver bulb cause the water to boil. He says the idea came to him 50 years ago when he noticed different saxophone notes caused different household items to rattle.
The most powerful family here in the American shores who came over are the Collins family. Collins comes from Colon, Cristobal Colon, who is Columbus. Hence you've got the District of Columbia, the Knights of Columbia, Columbia Pictures, Columbia the country, British Columbia. Who owns that? Families. They own them. That's why they have their separate state laws, because it goes back to their separate trust funds that they created.
District of Columbia, right?
Yeah.
Did you already say that?
I said that one.
Yeah, DC.
DC.
Now, DC, is that not part of the United States, or is it so? Because they always say they complain they can't vote in America, but that's done on purpose, right? That it's kind of like the City of London and the Vatican. It's its own sovereign thing. Am I wrong on that? Or is that the UN?
It is. The Farnese family owns it, and the Orsini, and I think the Colonna, absolutely the Colonna family, which is Collins, the Collins family. They own it all. It's their property. Columbia is Columb, which is the dove, which is David, and the Star of David is Saturn, which is Cronus.
Orsini family? Say no more.
Mushrooms can look for broken DNA. They're intelligent, and they look around to see where you need help that no herb, no vitamin can do.
In Japan, they had a fungi, and it climbed through the petri dish and reorganized the train station in Japan so it would be more optimal.
Yes.
Fungi did that.
Yes.
Humans couldn't even do that. Fungi did that. You know that every step we take on the planet, there's 300 miles of mycelium underneath every single little step we take.
So when you're grounding, you're connecting the sole of your foot with the soul of the universe. That is touching the mycelium network so you can receive the message of change and shift.
Whew. The intelligence is right there.
Did bro just lose a tooth?
There was a civilization before the Ice Age, before 12,000 years ago, that was the one that was the advanced one. Was the one that built all these incredible things that we're about to talk about.
More advanced than we are.
More advanced in some ways. Not more advanced in cell phones and computers, but more advanced in their understanding of the cosmos, consciousness, energy, this important concept, the Hermetic law of as above, so below, the law of correspondence. They understood that to such a degree that, for instance, something like the Great Pyramids of Giza, they aligned those to the 3 belt stars of Orion. But not just there. In Teotihuacan, across the entire world in Mexico, they did the same thing. You see the Temple of the Sun, Temple of the Moon, and Temple of Quetzalcoatl. It's the same alignment as those stars like in Egypt. You're seeing parallels across the entire world of the same thing. Even that is not what I mean by that statement about changing history. What I mean by changing history is how about proving that not only was there a civilization that was advanced before the Ice Age, but what if there were multiple civilizations even before that have come and gone, and what if we can connect the entire narrative?
Remember, the elites have this knowledge.
So do you know where in the cycle we are in the universe? Have they said anything about that?
Yes, we do. The best prediction is that the end of this cycle, the Kali Yuga, the darkest, is going to end on March 21st, 2025.
And then Can I just ask, so in March 2025, there will be something external happening that will affect us as humans?
Absolutely.
What is she doing? Oh.
And why is she actually trying so hard?
Yo, this dude has got to be the greatest finesse of all time. People lining up to get paid and punished is crazy. Put Shorty in the school. Hold on, peep the swag though. 2-0. The funny is, right, he displayed it, right, but look at Shorty fighting back the tears though. Is that from the art, or is she still so...
AI or not AI? That's the question.
Do you see it? Right there. You cannot tell me that is not deliberate. You cannot tell me that is natural, right? And then, look. Am I crazy? Whoa, this is deep.
Looks like eroded hieroglyphics.
But I believe today the most serious evil organization on the face of the earth is the Vatican. You're talking the Knights of Malta, which gave us the 6 men who founded the CIA in America, were all Catholics, members of the Knights of Malta. When you begin to look at the banking fraternities in America, like the Bank of America, Union Bank in California, all of these people who founded these banks and today are running the banking establishment are all Knights of Malta. Catholic Masonry. All the kings and rulers in Europe rule by the divine right. It's called the divine right of kings. What are you talking about? Who represents divine to give the king the right? The Pope. The Pope appoints certain families to be over the French. The Pope appoints certain people to be over the Germans and over the British. And so by divine right. Why? Because the Pope represents God. And the Pope says that this family is holy and that they should rule. And therefore they can now say they rule by divine right.
The trailing dart takes aim, waits for a clear shot, and with impressive accuracy, sends his target to the check. When the thief came to, he was arrested.
This car needs some Wemo training.
It's an Uber. Can you drive away?
I need to call the police.
Yeah.
Okay. What happened? Oh.
A demon called Lamashtu was summoned live on television through a satanic ritual. Lady Gaga is a part of this satanic ritual. It's absolutely demonic. Y'all take a look at this right here.
Sin! Sin! Oh, steady me, indica me, bring us Lamashtu.
Behold the summoner! Behold Lamashtu! Lamashtu has seen through you!
Oh, great! Now they've summoned Lamashtu.
Now drink! Drink of the blood of Lamashtu!
Guys, just drink the blood, Jenny. It's free. Relax.
Drink! 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 Now you are rebaptized by the Mother of Beasts, the Mistress of Insanity. The magician Pazuzu cannot save you now. Heed the roar of the demon dog! He took my heart! We will eat the rest of your friend, but her heart is on the house.
Absolutely demonic. Now, when you do your research on Lamashtu, Lamashtu is a demon that spills blood and harms pregnant women, newborn babies, and also causes disease. It's a real demon, absolutely demonic. I cannot believe this was on live television, but I'm not surprised. But I rebuke this in the name of Jesus Christ of Nazareth.
Nothing new in Hollywood.
This isn't a urinal, is it?
I think it is, man.
Fresh.
Dang.
ما شاء الله اليوم الخميس ما شاء الله تبارك الرحمن 6 رمضان ما شاء الله تبارك لا ما شاء الله تبارك الرحمن ما شاء الله كله بارك
Understand that Egyptians, they understand that you got to fight away evil spirits, right? And all the power is in the dark. You read the Quran, in the Quran that say God created the world in triple darkness, right? Triple dark. That means wherever God at is the dark. It means it's power in the dark. When you close your eyes and meditate. When Jesus came to this earth, he spent most of his time in the dark. Closing his eyes, meditate, because you're more peaceful in the dark. Because that's where you connect the most with God at. Because God in the dark. What people don't know about earth is, this earth ain't nothing but like, we like a reflection. We're a reflection, that's why I come out as the light. So everything is the same, but we kind of like reflecting here. So we like we're a shadow of God.
Keep in mind, fam, 99% of the universe is dark matter.
Hola, buenos días, ¿cómo estás? Hoy te traje agüita, ¿quieres? ¿Quieres agüita? ¿Sí o no? Eso es no o sí. ¿Quieres agüita? Te traje mucha agüita. ¿Tienes sed? Pero salúdame primero, ¿cómo estás? Hola, hermosa, buenos días, hola, 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 hola. Ese es aire, ¿no? ¡Ay! ¡Ay! ¿Es aire o eres tú? Porque dicen que estoy loca, que hay un hilo por aquí y que no sé qué, aquí no hay ningún hilo, no hay nada, no hay ninguna rata. ¿Verdad que eres tú? ¿Verdad que eres tú, hermosa? Te voy a poner agüita. ¡Qué rica la agüita! ¿Quieres agüita? ¡Qué delicia de agüita! ¿Cómo estás? Buenos días. Saluda a todos los que dicen que estoy loca y que eres una no sé qué y que es el aire. No hay nada, no hay ningún hilo porque pues vamos pasando. Enséñales que no hay nadie alrededor, ni un hilo. ¿Ya viste? Hola, hermosa. Lo que pasa es que querías agüita. ¿Verdad que sí? No hay nadie. Hola, hola. Salúdalos a todos. Diles hola. Hola, dile, no sé si sea al aire, no sé qué sea, pero yo nada más me muevo sola. No hay hilos, miren, no hay hilos por ningún lado. Hola, mi amor, hola. Hola, hola. ¿Querías agüita? Uy. Ya ven. Adiós, ya me voy a trabajar.
Plants and trees are conscious beings.
Okay, so let's talk about this in a lot more detail. Okay, so this is Earth right here, right? North, Central, South America, Africa. This is our one rotating sun. And this is the other district. It's still in our district, but, you know, this is our part of our realm. This whole thing is our realm right here. So the whole thing is our realm. Right here is Lilith's gates. This is Hades' gate. This is where Lilith's castle is at right here in this area. And if we can really catch a boat here, the Ancestral Republic's right here, or this land's Anik, this is Ancestral Republic. They could really get a boat, go to here, but as soon as they get here, they got all these goons right here. This is Lilith's gates. They getting tore the hell up right here and pushed right back. So Elon wants to fly, but he can't fly, right, because, you know, it's too far. You know, he can only fly probably to the Ancestral Republic. From the Ancestral Republic, he got to fly all the way, you know what I'm saying? He can't go this far. We don't have the capabilities to go to the lands of Mars. You know what I'm saying? From this area here. And plus you got to deal with all these people here, so you can't stop and land. You stop and land, man, the Klingons is on your ass real quick. You know what I'm saying? So, and this whole land is a wasteland. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing but dragons over here in these mountains right here in the mountain wall. Okay, so he got to fly and get that free energy source from the president, so that way he can fly from here straight across non-stop and land in an area in this land right here, somewhere over here. And because the land of Mars is kind of desolate from the old wars that was happening here in these lands, from the Anunnakis and stuff. It was the Anunnaki and us having wars all in these lands over here. Okay, custodians, everybody needs to be part of this war. Them, Nibiru, which is Marduk. Marduk is Anunnaki, became the king of Nibiru. You got the custodians, which is a mix of Anunnaki, you know what I'm saying? This is still Anunnaki lands. And of course, you got the children of Tiamat, which live here, which are Anunnaki bloodlines too. It's 13 different bloodlines, but they're all living in these areas that I just showed y'all. So, yeah, man, so the reason why they trying to get up out of here is because Lilith is about to rise up to reclaim everything back. You know what I'm saying? She already took out, you know what I'm saying, the other leader, which is Enki. And now she's controlling the whole realm. So she about to take control of the whole realm and basically put the prisoners back in prison. The people who are in prison are supposed to be the custodians of this land, right? So that's why majority of the people who are in prison are African American, but really they're supposed to be the custodians of the land, and the roles are supposed to be flipped. So these are the children of Tiamat in these lands. So that's why they're trying to get the hell up out of here. They got to get up out of here as fast as possible, but they're not taking everybody with them. They're only taking the elite, you know, and the other people, like, they're going to try to go to Greenland and, you know what I'm saying, and Canada to fly out, go to probably this Asgard, which is up here. Asgard's right here. They may try to fly up to Asgard, but Asgard not having it, man. You can only be from a royal bloodline if you live here. They got their own stuff going on right here, everywhere. They got their stuff going on everywhere, you know what I mean? Their own civilization. So, you know, if they think they're about to come to another civilization in Bogar with the technology that we have, they're toast. So the only choice they have is to fly to Mars. They can't go underwater. The mermaids rule the waters. So they have to go fly across. It's the only choice. And they have to have a port here so they can go back and forth from Mars to Earth, right? And I know they ain't going over here. That's a no-no. You know what I'm saying? Now they're nowhere else. Are they good? Lands of Draco? I don't think so. The only place close enough for them to reach is right here. So, I mean, but they got to get past all these goons right here, Hell's Gate right here, and I'm pretty sure it's all this area right here. So it's a lot to cover.
Madness until you see the flower of life. And the creepy dude with no phone has a graphic memory.
Também cabe destacar, entre tantos outros projetos de infraestrutura nacional, trabalha em todas as etapas. Vou tirar isso aqui. Desde a fórmula.
For the first time in like a long time, all the planets about to align. Remember I told you about the 7 chakras outside your body, right? Remember I told you the universe is inside you? The 7 planets about to align for the first time. You got the planes and all this stuff fall, everybody getting like higher realm. Remember I told you about the firmament they locked you in? So for the first time in history, when all this aligned, all the consciousness is rising up high. So right now, like, planes is falling because like the chemics, the laws of chemics and shit, that shit don't exist no more. So like planes are falling from the sky, right? So for the first time, you about to see like the plane alliance is the first time to get out of here. It's like a few times to get out of Earth and like come around every once in a while. And this is one of the times you can get out of here. And one time Jesus was talking about when they said Jesus died and went up. No, Jesus knew about the time. It was time for Jesus to go. Jesus only had a little time to be here. When there's a line, Jesus had to get the fuck up out of here, or Jesus was gonna be stuck here. Everybody's getting woke now. Everybody's waking up. This is time when everybody aligned. Everybody's gonna go up.
Stay conscious while you fall asleep. Align yourself with the true light and see what happens.
Melody, focus.
Focus, baby girl. I'm over here. Look. What are you looking at? There's nothing over there.
Even the baby was locked in.
Who do you think you are today? The more we learn about this covenant of God. What blood? The blood of this covenant. Oh, God. That's good. Yeah. just like Moses of old. There's the coming one. Oh! Don't ever do it. Don't ever feel sorry for yourself. Don't ever do it. Absolutely stunning. It's just delicious. It's so good. And he will be like Moses, and he'll live 120 years and said, yeah. Preach it, brother, preach it, brother, preach it. Just before the cross. And we have a healing covenant. Dwells in me, the pure, spotless blood of God. And Hesed was performed for me. He's my blood brother, and my father is my friend.
So this is called a wind singer, and what it does is this.
They'll put you into a trance.
So you have these things mentioned in the Old Testament, but they're never really explained. And so within this 400-year period between the Old and the New Testament, the Jews are like, okay, what do we think of this? How are we to understand these supernatural beings that are created by God, that exist in some sort of parallel world, in the unseen realm, and they're interacting with one another? And Scripture occasionally refers to supernatural beings, like angels, like seraphim, like cherubim, like demons. The issues is that we often refer to a bunch of these things as angels. Angel is not what the thing is, it's what the thing does. So malach in the Hebrew, or angelos in the Greek, means messenger. So it is not a description of its ontology, what it is, it's a description of what it does. Got it. These are supernatural beings who go and they communicate messages to people. They're in some sort of relation in terms of their supernaturalness to other creatures like the seraphim and like the cherubim, who are supernatural divine throne guardians, which was a concept that was not foreign to the ancient world. The Book of Enoch is part of the literature that's trying to explain that. What on earth is this? And so the way that they go about that is by capitalizing on the events that happen immediately before Genesis chapter 6 and the biblical flood, where you have the great-grandfather of Noah, Enoch, as this character who is explaining some of these fallen angels or beings. Genesis chapter 6 says that the sons of God saw that the daughters of men were pleasing to the eyes. And in ancient Judaism, when it's translated into other languages, Nephilim is almost exclusively translated as giants. But the word etymologically in Hebrew, nephal, literally means to fall. So there's this whole narrative within ancient Judaism of these things are fallen angels.
Damn, this is the original McDonald's. Let's see if they got this sign up.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
They do not have that sign up no more. To show y'all. You know when you walk into McDonald's, there's a warning? Sign up no more. Let's see if they got it on any of the doors. Damn, I thought they didn't have it, but they put it up higher. See, it's in the corner. Boom. Chemicals known to the state of known to cause cancer, birth defects, or other reproductive harm may be present in food, beverage, sold, or served here. Bam! For example, one says chemical A is acrylamide. cooked potatoes that have been browned, such as French fries, hash browns, and baked potatoes contain acrylamide. But in all these different states, California, the only one that has to post that the food they serving you is bad. But in other states, they ain't even got to post that. I've been there. And these are the facts.
They're telling us right to our face.
If you eat 1 meal a day and fast 3 days out of a month, he said, you'll hardly ever get sick. He said, but if you don't want to ever get sick, just eat 1 meal and then nothing the next day and then eat 1 meal every other day. Think about that. He said that at the most you may get sick once every 2 or 3 years. He said, but if you want to take it to another level, like the ancient patriarchs that lived to be 1,000 years of age, did you know that before Noah, all the way from Adam to Noah, the average life expectancy for man was 912 years of age? Regular years the way we count them. Adam was 930 when he died. The oldest man in the scripture is named Methuselah, 969. How'd you live to be almost 1,000? He ate 1 meal, fasted 3 days, and then ate another meal. Food affects mood. We are what we think, but we also are what we eat. And if we have the wrong diet, we're going to engage in the wrong act.
Fasting is a powerful remedy.
We rent a jet ski. We ride about 20 to 30 miles offshore. So we out there. We out there. It's nothing around us. No land. Our tour guide is in front of us. I'm hauling ass, going back in, and as I look to my right, I see a school of dolphins. School of dolphins, probably about 10 dolphins, school of them. So, every time I see dolphins, I get excited. I love dolphins. But I look and I see the dolphins, and then amongst the dolphins, I see something different. I could tell the difference between a dolphin and something else. I know what dolphins look like. And in the school of dolphins, I saw something come up. That something had hair, and it had a tail that looks like, almost like a fish tail mixed with a manatee tail. If you could picture what I'm trying to say. And the tail was like a pearl blue. Like, it was weird, bro. Like, hold on, I don't know if I could turn this around, but on the edge of this pool right here, on the edge of that pool right there, the darkest blue that you see, that was the color of the tail. And the tail came up and it flapped like that. And it came up amongst the dolphins. And I was like, bro, what the is that? I know I ain't just see what I thought I saw.
Back in the day, you had to crack the whip over the back of the slave because they were like, hey, we'll just force people into slavery. Now that you have a slave culture, all you know is slavery. So what if we all know a system that is just based on slavery? We don't know freedom. We don't know anything else. When you begin to study history, you begin to realize during the feudal age, when the peasants kind of worked on the land of the feudal kings, feudal lords, they only worked 140 days out of the year. The other 200 days, they chilled. They didn't work. They went to the creek, they went to the river, they fucked around. Half of the year, they couldn't, work on the land because it was snowing, X, Y, and Z. So today, we work more than the peasants. Most people work more than the peasants used to and have less to show for it. They have no land, they have no house, they have nothing. It's the illusion of slavery. It's the illusion of freedom. Back in the day, you at least knew you were a slave. You knew it. You had to buy your freedom. Today, you don't know you're a slave. Instead of cracking a whip, they've just printed money out of thin air and told you it's valuable and this is what you're supposed to work your entire life for. I don't work for money.
Absolutely, brother.
So eventually people start to look alike, even if they're in different parts of the world. But here's where it get wild. Ancient texts and cultures already knew this. They already knew this. Like Hermetic texts from ancient Egypt talks about how humans
are made from some archetype, which basically means a universal template. The idea is there are only so many blueprints for humans, and we're all variations of them. I mean, that's believable. Even Plato talked about this. He believed in forms, perfect and unchanging templates that everything in the physical world is based on. So your face is just one version of a form that might exist in thousands of other people. Yeah, you know somebody look like that today. It's like we're all part of these invisible tribes, you know, like the Jawline tribe, the Big Eyes tribe, or the Button Nose crew. You get what I'm saying though, right? Oh, okay. Tag your lookalike. And if you ever met your doppelganger, just let me know in the comments.
I remember Sterling came, actually our coach came along and he said, you guys don't be upset, but I've been told to take y'all out after the first 5 minutes of the game because Sterling wanted to see David Robinson keep the scoring title in the West because he didn't want Shaquille O'Neal to get the scoring title in the East.
I remember when he hit 60 or something like that.
70.
70.
He had 70. He had 43
Time out.
at
So
half.
that game was fixed. He told y'all that y'all not going to play because he want them
Took
to...
us out. And if you go back and watch that game, we didn't play after that.
I remember Dave Robinson
And I
hitting
remember
70,
walking off the bench
but I don't know
toward the end of the game, and I'm out. They can't offer me enough. I'm done.
You out there.
Backstory on the history. I remember that 70. I remember that being
You
a
ask
game.
Mark Jackson or Ron Harper, they'll tell you.
Wow.
Yeah.
Donald Sterling.
The cloak ship is massive.
A home security camera captures Allison Sykes as she leaves her recently deceased mother's house, which she's been clearing out since her mother passed. And she makes sure to lock the door behind her as she goes. But when she returns the next day, she finds a bag containing a pair of slippers that belonged to her mother behind the door. A bag she is certain she left upstairs before leaving. Mystified because she's the only person with the key to the house, Allison asks her daughter Alicia to watch the home security camera footage to see who could have placed it there. And when Alicia does so, she is stunned. Watch closely. Watch again, as the bag seems to suddenly materialize.
My name is Alicia Sykes, and this is my video. I kept watching it, and I was like, this is so strange. Just don't understand how it could have got there. And then even like scrolling through the app motion by motion, the very last motion was my mum leaving the house. And then obviously nobody else has access, so nobody else could get into the house. And then whenever the next motion, you could see my mom walking through the house. But whenever you scroll through the time passed in between those two clips, you can just see the bag appear literally out of thin air.
Cap, you guys tell me.
So when you buy music, try to buy it that it's recorded in 432. We only found out about that not too long ago. So people are looking and remastering a lot of the music to 432. That was done in 1950. And 432 and 440, 440 is dissonant. It's not harmonizing to the soul. It is not smooth. It is dissonant. In other words, it's negative. It will affect you negatively. But it's so subtle, most people will never know the difference. But when you know the difference between 432 and 440, and you can get 432.
这是刹车，万一没车头，也没车屁股，就光一个车厢子在跑。什么拧的？我靠，不可思议的，成精了。
Work from home, driving. And that's a wrap on this episode, fool. I hope you enjoyed it. If so, don't forget to hit and smash the like button for me, smash that subscribe button, be part of the family. Remember, stay woke, and I'll catch you next time.